All right. Do you hear the music? Do you hear it?
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, here we go.
That's right. We have hit the launch button once again, my friends. We're going to start it. Oh, what's for yay?
Yeah.
It is LO. What do we call it, Chris? LO. No, it's LOAI Fridays.
It's Forget Friday, Frank. It's Forget
What is
Friday.
it?
It's LOAIclass.com. Good morning, everybody.
LOAIclass.com, my friends. Yeah, I hit Chris up about that last week. We should call it LOAIclass.com or something. And it's like, yeah, that's what we call it. I'm like, oh, that must have been where I heard it.
Well, Frank gets all the credit. You get all the credit. For naming it that. 100%.
Oh my gosh. Well, I was just telling Chris, man, golly, this AI thing, it's really, 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 really great. It's just really, really great. Like if you can get your head around it to some degree and get your arms around it, man, it can just do so much for us. And that's why I'm glad we're here on Fridays with you, Chris, because golly, man. There's some stuff that me and Chris were talking about working on. I was like, guys, I'm just blown away. It's nuts. Anyways, well, here we are. Kevin, you wanted to make mention, but maybe we should wait a minute. Let's just wait a minute. I'm gonna wait before I bring you on. Kevin's gonna give us a little glimpse into the call reluctance class that took place yesterday, Chris. But I just want to make sure there's enough peeps here. So if it's okay, we'll just kind of shoot the breeze. Let's go around and get some wins. Who's having a good week so far?
Yeah.
Who's having a good week? Let's see some hands. There you go. Eric, Zelaya. Did I say it right? Zelaya? Is it Zelaya or Zelaya?
Zelaya. You got it right.
Zelaya! I got it right the first time. Well, that's my Navy instincts. I usually get it right on the first try. But sometimes I fail. But what's going on, dude? What, you saying having a good week? Tell us about it. You got a good win or anything like that? Get a deal in that you didn't expect? Get a closing that you were anticipating? What's going on? Anything?
I got lots of wins. I've been booking a lot of appointments here for Chris Johnstone. I work for his company.
Oh, well, why do I always pick on your people, but not to put that down? Great work, Eric. Excellent job. You keep it up, my friend.
Eric is actually rushing it. He's doing the database calls and calling the qualified real estate agents.
Yeah.
So he's pounding the phone.
Killing it.
Today. Yep. Him and Joe, and we got a whole bunch of people on the team that are here. So
people don't realize that you do this for them. I think some do, but some don't. Tell us about it, Chris. What not only do you help us with the AI and the CRM, but you also help with booking appointments, your team, right? So What do you guys do? Yeah.
Well, if you take it back to the fundamentals of I think the number is 83% of funded mortgage deals come from referrals. We like to leverage technology and apply it to the thing that actually generates mortgage deals. Kristen, I think that we all know it is what creates the deals.
Making calls.
Making calls, right? Making calls.
I was going to say it. I knew I had it. I had the answer. Go ahead.
You know what, Frank? Wait till you're called on. Okay.
Right? And so we understand that when people follow the daily success plan, it gets to a point where you're like, this works. My team is growing. I'm getting all of these deals. If only I could get more phone calls out the door, I could generate even more loans. I could start to scale. And that's what the concierge is. It's for that person who's looking to, they've already done the work. They've got the fundamentals. They're making the calls themselves and they're ready to go to that next level, but they need some help. Rather than running the job ads, finding the person, vetting the person, bringing the person on the team, training the person, keeping them accountable, doing all of that stuff, which normally stops people from the implementation. We just have a service where we hire the people, we train the people, we keep them accountable, and we run basically call stars for our internal team, and we're making the calls to the database and setting appointments with qualified agents. So
it's when you get to that point where it's like, I'm kicking butt, I just wish there was another one of me. Right.
Exactly.
That kind of thing. Yeah. When we get there. So yeah, because you get so busy and you start doing the deals and you don't want the calls to wane, you want to keep the calls going or even increase them. So that's where That's where we bring you in. And then also they work right within your CRM too. If you've got the loan officer AI CRM, they work right within that. They're really remarkable. They really are. They're great. If they wanted to get involved in that, what's the best place to go to learn more about you guys helping them with the actual calls? What link can we take them to? Just real quick. This was completely unplanned, but
it was totally unplanned. Just put interest in the chat, and we'll get the transcript, and we'll reach out to you. So if you want a little bit more information, just put interested in the chat.
Yeah, put interested. Okay, yeah, good one. Put interested in the chat if you're interested in learning more about how Chris can help you guys with the calls and his team. So go ahead and do that.
You were looking for wins, my friend, and we have wins in the chat.
Okay, well let's touch base on some of those wins. Let's get a couple of wins out of the way real quick, and out of the way. Not like they're in the way. You know what I'm saying? Let's address and highlight some of the wins before we move on to a quick message from Kevin Gillespie, and then the big show with Chris Johnstone. So, Chris, take it away.
That's what I expect from your Navy linguist self. Stuff like that. So, Angela Abney, can you unmute? Because she said 4 new contracts in the pipeline this week and over $1 million for February alone.
Get out.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's exciting.
Get out.
Yep.
Tell us where those 4 came from.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Those are just ones, the realtors that I've been working with. But there is one new realtor that I got out of a pre-qual that I had done like around Thanksgiving, and I got this realtor, and he's gonna be one I'll really go after. And we had a long talk about loan officers and just different services and different things. And so I'm winning him. He'll be a new one that I'm adding to. So some old ones, some new ones, and making those calls.
Wonderful.
Making the calls.
Awesome stuff. Michael Harris had a great win too. I saw that, but he can't speak. He's we don't want to know where he is, I think. He says I can't.
His avatar's moving back and forth a little bit.
Giancarlo's got a good one.
Who's this? Giancarlo got 4 pre-approvals, 3 new apps. Man, 2 in-person meetings, 29 phone calls, 2 recruiting Can I say kicking ass on the show?
Okay.
Is that allowed?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what?
Well, you're kicking ass.
Well, I appreciate
Holy
it.
Holy crap, Amondos. That's a Navy word.
I am so focused on what I have to do that I'm not letting any distractions come in between.
My goodness, dude.
Very intentional. Like, you know what, something, and maybe, somebody here is going to pick up on it, but here's what happens. So the call reluctance thing at the beginning, super real. Once you start rolling with the phone calls, it just goes. It's like you don't even think about it anymore. And then when you pause your phone calls, it kind of comes back. It's kind of like those summer weeds, right? During the summer, they come back up, winter, they die. That's exactly what happens. So I just went for a walk today in the morning, so my glasses are all foggy. But yeah, that's really what it is. CRM, extremely important, right? Having those next tasks and things. So getting that going.
Dude, killer. Hey, let's do a podcast. You want to do a podcast? I want to do a podcast with you.
Sure, let's do it. Let's do a bilingual one. You speak Spanish.
Sí, por favor. Dos cerveza.
That's all. That's the extent of
Las Paño. Yeah, un poquito. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah.
All right, one more, Frank.
Yeah.
Jeff Morgan, because he's starting the train back he was out of the business for a little bit, and now he's starting the train back. He had a great meeting with a whale yesterday, did 40 buy-sides last year and wants to do 50 this year. He would like to work with me. Congrats, Jeff.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, I'd say that's a win.
Heck yeah.
That's a win. Great stuff, man. Well, what a good way to start. Hey, well, the Giancarlo message, he was talking about getting over the call reluctance. What a great segue into Mr. Kevin Gillespie. Kevin, you started the call reluctance class yesterday, and what's up? You had something to share.
Yeah, I'm curious if anybody was on there. I see Amy was on there, but we made an audible. This thing's going to go not just 5 weeks, probably 6 or 7. So if you're on the fence and thinking about it, listen, Amy or anybody else that was on the call, there's a couple of folks in here. I thought that was an amazing class, and only because I only talked about 5% of the time, right? But I thought Adam talked about how he overcame call reluctance and how he but he literally walked through his calls, how he tracks his agents, and gave great script. What do you guys think? Anybody either put it in the chat or say, I thought it was awesome. I got so many ideas out of it.
Get some feedback, man. Give us some feedback on the call reluctance class.
Hey guys, yeah, no, yesterday I was on the class and it was really cool. I love listening to Adam. Like he's a great speaker for one, and he's just to hear his story. You know, I think we all have our story from the last 3 years, and just to hear that there was somebody else that, you know, had some of the same struggles as I did. And to hear his comeback story is just amazing. And, you know, I mean, the volume that he does is crazy. 178 units last year.
Dang.
So just to like learn, like, okay, well, how does that work? Like, how do you get all those loans through that pipeline? So he was really good at explaining that. And then, you know, the way he tracks is like, I mean, wow. So
So thank you. And there's a whole bunch of real positive notes in the chat. So we're gonna extend it a little bit, but this new format I think is just great. So thank you, Amy. That's how I felt. It was not because, man, him and the others we got lined up coming up. So I'll put the link there in the chat right now. If anybody else, if you're on the fence, again, it's 100% guaranteed. But man, it's a great class.
If you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time. Cool.
That's it.
Awesome, man. Thanks. Well, now
thank you, guys.
You betcha, Kevin. And congrats to everybody who was taking the class. Okay, well, I think it's about time that we bring up Mr. Chris Johnstone and get absolutely freaked out once again.
Man, Kevin, isn't it funny how the top producers are the ones who can come and talk about how making the calls moves the needle? Isn't that funny? It's
but they all kind of had that same fear, but overcome it. And once they do, then they just become themselves and natural and authentic. And man, life becomes easier, you know. So yeah, I agree, Chris.
Boy, making the calls is, I think, one of the core skills that you got to have in your toolkit here.
Well, then you match that with, because only 18% of the people really work out their CRM, whatever the system they're on. And we find those that do both go crazy.
That's
nice. Amazing. Wonderful.
Yeah, that is awesome. So, Frank, I got a little bit of a wild story for you for this week. For everyone. Right. Okay, so
I'm strapped in. Let's go.
So there's this thing called Death by Demo. And I dance around the death by demo a fair bit, but that's where you're actually working with technology live in front of like an audience or here on Breakfast Club, and like it breaks.
Right.
So that's actually why we originally started Build It with Chris, is so that people could see the technology break and then watch me fix it and feel like, oh, it's okay if it breaks. We know how to fix it, and this is normal. We can actually get this thing implemented, right? And so we do that still every Friday, where I just go live and we teach AI for an hour. So this week, an organization was generous enough. So Ruoff Mortgage had me fly out from Costa Rica to their national sales conference, and I did a keynote presentation. And so part of the demo that I did was using ChatGPT Atlas. And what I did for the demo was I walked up on stage, did a little bit of a nerdy intro, and then I said, hey, let's see how this tool really works. And I opened up ChatGPT Atlas on my browser, and I punched in a prompt that said, when I get back to Costa Rica, I want to go ocean fishing with my son. I don't know anything about ocean fishing. I need you to find me a rod. I need you to find me a tackle box. I need you to find me the string. You don't call it string, apparently. You call it line. There's a lot of phishing terminology that ChatGPT knows that I don't know about at this point. And I was like, I need that stuff. Here's the conference room that I'm at. Can you deliver that to me? And I hit enter. And ChatGPT goes, takes over my browser, starts doing research into all the different products and services, opens up DoorDash, finds a local fishing equipment store in Fort Wayne, takes all the items, puts them in the cart, and then gives me a prompt and says, do I have your permission to order this stuff? I clicked yes. And off it went into AI land. And I was like, all right, death by demo. Let's see what happens. So we get into it and I start giving away some of the prompts and I'm so in the presentation, I'm kind of like blanked out on the whole thing, right? And then about 45 minutes into the presentation, the back door of the conference center opens up and look, and the guy, like literally from like a 35-word prompt, somebody got a notification on their phone, drove to a store, picked up all of the, whoops. Oh, my daughter opened that. Look, there's the tackle box. I got the line. And the guy literally went to the store, picked out everything, and delivered it to the conference center.
Wow.
I was on stage. It was
hilarious.
Crazy. The point is this. Our consumers move to convenience and speed. The market moves. So Blockbuster, which had the opportunity to buy Netflix for 50 million bucks, Blockbuster was like, online video streaming is kind of glitchy. We think people are going to stay with VHS. The market moved to the convenience of online streaming. They missed it, right? Same, like there's countless examples of companies that miss it, not because of the technology, but because the market moves. And so what we do here every Friday is about making you an AI-powered loan officer so that you can stay in front of the market. When you're talking to your real estate partners, you've always got that interesting little bit of knowledge that you can drop that makes you interesting, that keeps you top of mind. And it gives you the tools to make sure that you stay ahead of the market. And really what we're doing in each of these classes that we do each week here on Breakfast Club is I give you one little nugget, but it's all tied together. And it's all designed so that you're using AI, you're using ChatGPT, because I believe it's the largest consumer direct opportunity that we have. You're feeding your information into it. You're building content with it. You're building newsletters with it every week. What that's doing is it's teaching the AI that you are the local mortgage expert in your market so that when customers use it for everything else, finding their fishing equipment, ordering their groceries. Frank, again, I don't want to get too wrapped up in this, but did you know that you can take pictures of what's in your fridge and just tell ChatGPT, like, hey, create a list of everything that you see in this fridge, and it'll create a list. And then the next week before grocery day, you can take a picture and be like, what groceries do I need to order? And now with ChatGPT Atlas, you can just say, the items that I don't have in my fridge, have them delivered to my house. And it will create your shopping list, go on to a site like DoorDash or whatever, put all those items in the cart and order them to your house. Like that technology exists right now. You can do that. And so all of these other little things that don't seem to be connected or associated with the mortgage industry, that's what moves the market. Where people just en masse use ChatGPT because it's so good at everything else other than mortgages and real estate. But then when they've changed their behavior and they've changed their patterns from, okay, I don't necessarily go to Google, do a Google search, read all the websites, watch all the YouTube videos. I just ask ChatGPT and it reads the websites, it watches the videos, and it just gives me the answer. And I can go a little bit deeper if I want, right? When the consumer experiences that convenience, it becomes part of their day-to-day life, right? That's why people stopped reading encyclopedias and started using Google. That's why people are going to transition from traditional search to now having an AI assistant that you just ask your questions to all day. So once the market moves and we get our head around that big idea that the market is moving, when it comes time to find a home, and when it comes time to find a local mortgage lender, their behavior is already changed to just go to ChatGPT and ask it questions about that thing, right? It's not that everybody's going to use ChatGPT for real estate and mortgages. It's that everybody's going to use ChatGPT for everything else, and that's naturally going to transition into mortgages. So with that knowledge, we're going to take a look at another little demo here. And so what I've got pulled up here is Google. And I thought that it would be really cool for us to see a demo of this. Now, everybody, death by demo, right? Like this might not work. I have no idea what's going to happen when I click the button. But I have Google over here on the left-hand side in my browser, and this is ChatGPT Atlas. So Atlas is running ChatGPT over here on the right-hand side. It's this black panel that you can see over on the right-hand side, right? And then my web browser, and I can pull up any website that I want, is over here on the left. And ChatGPT can take over my mouse and interact with whatever's happening over here. And so what I've done is I've just said, find me the best fishing lures for catching snook and then order them to my location. So I'm going to hit return so that we can do a little demo as to what happened on stage. So obviously, I'm not going to actually order the products today or whatever, but this is an example of what the convenience is that your consumer is going to experience. So find me the best fishing lures for catching snook and order them to my location. I didn't even know what a snook was like a week ago.
I don't know what a snook is, and I was in the Navy.
It's a type of fish. And right now, apparently, there's a migration pattern that happens through Costa Rica. And so snook is the fish that you catch off the beach right now.
Better known as the Snook Fest.
The Snook Fest. And for me, it's like father-son time. Like the whole reason that I'm doing this, that I can go stand on the beach with my son and spend quality time together, right? Like I'm not a fisher person. But anyways, so it says to me, hey, Chris, even though you know nothing about fishing, don't worry, I'm going to go find you the best lure. So I can use your browser to find the right snook lures and place the order for delivery. Would you like me to continue? So I hit continue. And I have no idea what's going to happen. But now you see all that stuff that's come up on the screen, those like white dots and everything?
Yeah.
That's ChatGPT taking over my browser. So this is replacing Chrome. It's replacing Safari. This is the new browser that's ChatGPT. So now look, it's gone out. It's done all of the research. It's done the Google searches. It's read the Reddit conversations. It's gone, found all of the information about fishing lures for this particular type of fish. And now it's running my browser, going through Amazon and comparing the different lures to put them in my shopping cart. And you can see now I've already got 3 lures in my Amazon shopping cart up in the top right-hand corner. So it says, I see the add to cart button, but Chris isn't logged into his Amazon account. Here you go. And so now it's come back and it says, I researched all the snook lures. I added them to your cart. You need to log into your Amazon account so I can buy them for you. So at this point, I can just log into Amazon. It'll ask me, can I buy these? I hit yes, and they show up at my house. Frank, isn't that crazy?
It's so crazy, man. I can't wait till they get Atlas across all operating systems. It's just, it's insane.
So now let's step into our world. So what I did here was I said, build me a Google Sheet with all of the homes for sale in Fort Wayne that are 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, and include the links to the sites, prices, and agent information. And boom, I get a spreadsheet of all the available houses in my local marketplace. And then as a consumer, I can tell it, set a task every day to search the internet and show me all the new listings that hit the market. And every day, ChatGPT will go out and it'll check Zillow through the Zillow app that's part of ChatGPT and deliver your consumer all the homes that have hit the market in their local market. And it actually created this and gave it to me inside of my Google Sheets account. So now it created the Google Sheet, put all the information in there, and I didn't have to touch it. And now I have a Google Sheet with all of my real estate research and information in it. So it would be natural for your customer to then say, now find me the best local mortgage lenders. It's crazy. I've actually done a lot of testing with ChatGPT, and it will actually, if I say like, hey, get me the contact information for that real estate agent, or I want to book a showing, or I want to book a tour through this house, it will actually prompt back as though it's been trained on mortgage conversion. And it says, hey, before you go see that house, it's a good idea to get a pre-qualification to see if you qualify to buy that home. Would you like me to find a list of local mortgage lenders? So the AI is actually watching the conversion process and opening the referral conversation at the right time to convert the lead. And then it's giving a list of those local businesses. And last week, we saw that there's now knowledge panels on your business so that when it gives that map and your business shows up, we did a deep dive on how to push information into that knowledge panel to make sure that A, you're recommended, but B, all of your information is accurate and it actually helps to convert that person. So, Frank, you with me?
I'm with you, man.
All right. So I'm sorry, I'm going a little bit quick, but I want to tie this whole thing into a newsletter strategy. And the reason why is because ChatGPT will go out, do your local market research, find all of the information that you need about your local marketplace, build a beautiful newsletter for you, and actually like format it so that you can just copy it, paste it, put it into any CRM you want to use. You don't have to use the loan officer CRM to do it. But inside that CRM, you should have all of your past leads. Okay. Everybody thinks like, hey, how do I convert my leads? What's the magic funnel that's going to convert my leads? Put them on a weekly newsletter that sends them local real estate updates with a call to action at the bottom. You will get leads that will actually refer you business. Even if they don't do business with you, you can get referrals from leads. Everybody takes their leads and puts them in this like bucket of like, I have to market differently to this people than my database of my qualified agents. Somebody just had an aha moment right there, I hope. Or Anthony's laughing at me. Maybe my hair's doing something weird or something. But anyways, but like, why is it in our industry that we put these leads in a bucket over here and we're marketing to our database and we're marketing to our qualified agents? They're leads, they're ours. Like, put them in the weekly newsletter, right? So all your leads, all your connections, all your past customers, and all your qualified agents can now go into this newsletter list. You should have them as a list inside your CRM every week. You take the newsletter that's produced by ChatGPT, you put it into the CRM, and you send it out to everybody, and it's got a call to action where it asks for the business. Now, Kevin and Frank, we started the call with the power of making phone calls and getting over call reluctance. How easy is it to make your calls to the best and highest prospects that you have in your business when you've sent them a newsletter every week and you can call them and be like, hey, it's Chris Johnstone calling. Did you see the newsletter that we sent out last week? What did you think about insert in topic that was inside the newsletter that was written by AI?
Yeah.
Is it easy to make that call? Is it
so much easier
to follow up, right?
Adam made that point yesterday because he does 2 events and that's his deal. Hey, did you get my invite on this topic? He says it's the easiest call to make. Just exactly what you're talking about, Chris.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I created value for you. Did you get the value? And would you like to speak about it? You know what I mean? And the whole conversation is not to like do this magical conversion. Kevin, you teach this way better than I do. So I'm going to like step back because I'm out of my depth here. But it's not to convert the person right then and there. It's to build a relationship so that over time, the relationship grows and referrals are a natural outcome of the quality of the relationship, right? Being in their inbox with good, helpful information generated by artificial intelligence is an easy, quick, simple thing where once you have a habit of every Friday, you show up and you're working on the business, not in the business, and following the daily success plan Monday through Thursday, this just adds on top so that the rest works even more efficiently, even more effective. And it takes like an hour once you know how to do this and you have all the tools. Now, the really cool thing about the Loan Officer CRM is, Frank, whenever you send an email message out, so whenever you send your newsletter, it sits and watches who opens it and who clicks any of the links inside the CRM. And it can automatically put those people into a power dialer. So on Fridays, you can send your newsletter, and then you have a power dialer list that's pre-populated with the people that have actually opened and engaged with your content for you to make phone calls to them the next week. And they're just automatically added to the power dialer. So the big idea here is that by using AI and a little bit of automation, you can become an AI powered loan officer. And your competition looks at you and they're like, how on earth do they do this? How do they get that quality of content out every single week and convert these relationships? It's a system, it's a process. And it just takes a little bit to learn it, a little bit to get it in place. But once it's up and running, it's just a system that runs in your business. So, Frank, I know we're over time, but we're only 1 minute over this week, right? So I just want to show everybody the newsletter. So what I did was I took the prompt and I'll actually take, well, everybody go and register for the class today. So go to loaiclass.com. When you register for loaiclass.com, we'll send out an email this afternoon that has this whole prompt in it. So all I did was I took the prompt from this Google Doc and I punched it into ChatGPT over here on the right. It thought about the task for 1 minute and 45 seconds. And in AI time, that's like 2 days of research.
Right.
Us like
Right.
sitting at the computer and looking at all, reading all the websites,
Yeah.
watching all the YouTube videos, right? So this one was, I just said, hey, do Fort Wayne. So it comes up for today's date and gives a real estate market update, right? Prices are holding firm, gives the median home price. Average days on market is 25. There's 1,600 homes actively for sale in the market, right? Gives all this great data. Then there's a premium listing spotlight where every week there's a house that's spotlighted. There's an interest rate environment, a financial market update, and some feel-good local notes and weekend events that you can check out, and then an ask for the referrals.
Hey, just as a reminder, if you're enjoying Loan Officer Breakfast Club here on YouTube, you can catch our live shows. The live shows are really cool because there's oftentimes downloads and giveaways. It's really, really fun. To subscribe, you simply go to loanofficerbreakfastclub.com. That's loanofficerbreakfastclub.com. Subscribe and join us on our live shows. They're 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. Hope to see you there.
Whole thing, totally written, totally done by AI. And if you don't like any parts of it, or you want to add your own flair to it, you just prompt the AI and be like, hey, when you make my newsletter next week, do this, don't do this. It remembers and it does it for you, right? So now down here at the bottom, I'm going to take ChatGPT Atlas. I'm going to say, amazing. Now create me a Google Doc with this newsletter formatted so I can copy and paste it into the Loan Officer AI CRM. It's like all the emojis, all the line breaks, all the everything, like copy, paste, send. And I'm just going to hit continue, and ChatGPT Atlas is going to go to work, and it's going to take that newsletter content and actually create the document for me. So you can see, starting to create the Google Doc with the formatted newsletter content. It's thinking in my browser. It's taken over my browser. It's created a brand new Google document inside my Google Docs account. And now it's rejiggering, technical term.
Navy term.
Wasn't it? I took it from the Navy. And voila, it's going to go in the background. It's named it. I love the naming convention. I actually put the date on it so that I can keep track of the date. That was super smart. And now it's compiling the text and just formatting everything so that I can copy and paste this and put this into the CRM. And look, it's actually doing the work for me in the background. And voila, here we have our newsletter inside the Google Doc.
It's crazy.
Isn't that fun?
It's just crazy. It's just so freaking cool. You know?
Yeah.
Some people are asking. So on the loaiclass.com today, you're going to go through this in a little more detail?
Yeah. And what I've
Okay.
started doing, Frank, is I've started taking little like 60-second clips or 2-second clips that are like, hey, got a second? Do this right now. And it's like these
Mm,
like quick impact tips. So
mm.
I don't know. So it's Chris Johnstone on Instagram. But if you go to Instagram and just search Chris Johnstone, it's underscore Chris Johnstone on Instagram. Oh, Jen, sweet. Thank you. But if you guys just like follow me on Instagram, I'm just putting out like little quick tips, quick videos, stuff to help you in your business. And we just shoot them in that little reel content. So if you'd like, follow me on Instagram because we put a lot of good value out there. And then every Friday at noon, we do the LOAI class.com. Totally free. Show up at noon Eastern Standard Time. And we just riff on this stuff and build stuff for people and show you how to use AI in your business.
You know, this reminds me of who's that super famous? He's a really rich guy. He does motivational speaking. He's got the thing over his nose. Alex something. You guys know who
I
I'm
thought you were
talking
going
about?
to say Carl White.
Hormozy.
That guy. Yeah. So I saw a clip of him, and he was explaining, just having an interview with somebody, like, how do you do it? How do you get, how do you take a business from an idea to being something amazing?
Mm.
And he brought this up, Chris, was exactly what you're saying is, yeah, there's things you got to figure out here. There's some fine details that you got to kind of get good at, right? But once they're done and they're in place, it's a machine. And that's exactly what he said. He says being successful, he's got a lot of things that he says about this, but one of the things that he said was, to be successful and to take something from an idea to something amazing is all the little detail work that you have to do every single day in between the big milestones, So there's the little detail work. For us in this case, it's that, learning AI, learning the CRM, going to the LOAI class, learning how to put these things together. Okay, that's going to be kind of like, all right, I got to get this through my head. I got to figure this out. It's going to take some time. It might tax my brain a little bit, right? But once I get through and I got it and I understand it, okay, now that's out of the way. That's working now, right?
That's
So, and
and
so we have to take these bite-sized steps of putting little, we got to put little pieces together to make the, to get the big picture, to get the big puzzle finished, right? So, but this things that we have to do. So,
and
yeah, I
look
would
at
just really
Jeff
recommend you
Morgan in
get to
the
the
chat,
class.
right?
Yeah. Say
So
again.
Jeff Morgan says, I've been using this every week. Takes less than 15 minutes once you have it dialed in. And Jeff was on the original class where we put this together.
Yeah.
The AI wasn't even like it's advanced so much since Jeff learned the strategy. So it's getting
Mm.
better and better. David Wakefield says, I've been using this the last 2 weeks. Third week in the works now. I call the agents with the featured listing and let them know I'm pushing this list out to my database. Then I send them a copy of the newsletter if I don't know them. What a genius strategy. Like pick a realtor to feature their listing in the newsletter every week and call them and say, hey, I'm going to put this in my newsletter this week. Hope you enjoy it. Then you put it in the newsletter, you send it, they get it, they see it, and then you call them and follow up. Like, what an amazing way to get a top producer and a whale to pick up the phone, or any producer, really.
It's it's
Like,
almost like cheating. It's like you're cheating.
David,
Yeah.
that was a golden nugget right there. Wow. Thank you for sharing, brother. That's
Wow.
amazing.
So cool. God. Jump
Oh,
on, guys. Jump in. It's okay. Yeah, just go ahead, take the time, jump in the class, learn it, implement it. It takes a little time, takes a little effort, right? But once you get past that part, then it just kind of runs. It's costing these guys what, 10, 15 minutes a day.
yeah,
That's it. Can you spare 10, 15 minutes a day? I think so.
yeah.
I think so.
Amazing.
LOAIclass.com. LOAIclass.com today. Anything else,
Oh,
Chris?
yeah. Deborah just put in the chat, is there a class that starts from the beginning? Y'all, I'm working on it. I'm working so hard. So, Frank, we did the 12-week ramp up
Yeah.
Christmas,
Yeah.
right? I've taken every single one of those classes and I've put them into a book. But I started going through to like update the prompts and I started writing. And now I'm a little bit kind of obsessed with the book right now.
Mm,
And I'm
mm,
on chapter 7. So I just
mm.
did a whole bunch of flying to get to the event and all the way back. And
Yeah.
I'm on like the beginning of chapter 8 and there's 12 to go. But this is a legit book that we're going to publish that takes you from like ChatGPT or ChatGTP or whatever. Like if you can't even spell ChatGPT, it's going to take you from there all the way to some of this advanced stuff. And it's literally just step by step, little bite-sized chunks that you can copy and paste into your AI. And it takes you through the entire journey of becoming AI powered. I don't know when it's going to be ready, but we're doing a book launch. So stay tuned. It's coming soon.
Man, killer stuff. They're saying people are saying, is Andrew Chabulski okay? You okay, Andrew? Everything all right, man? Good. All right. Looks like he's okay.
Yeah.
Why are we concerned about Andrew?
I think we're having fun.
Was he doing something?
Maybe some aha moments.
He was very
Andrew's
relaxed.
my man. He's there every week. We have a ton of fun
He
together.
was very relaxed. He was having
He
that
is
fun
very
feeling.
relaxed.
Yeah.
He's chill. Yeah, he's
We're getting ready for Snowmageddon today, so
Snowmageddon. Where are you at?
I'm just north of Cincinnati.
Okay.
We're right in the path of the Snownado. So
the Snownado. Awesome.
It was a houndstooth kind of day, so
yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Love the
All right.
background. That's super cool.
Yeah.
That is cool. Yeah. All right, man. Well, great stuff, Chris. Thank you, man. As always. Golly gee, man, you're just freaking cool. This is always a fun time. So loaiclass.com. That's where you want to go today. You can interact with Chris. He's going to do death by demo. He's going to break stuff and fix it on the spot. He's going to teach you how to get this stuff done. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. We're so lucky to have Chris on Fridays, aren't we? You guys happy? Aren't we lucky to have him on Fridays and to see this stuff and learn this stuff? And the stuff he's talking about, we are so ahead of the fact that people are literally going to do that. Chris, tell me what's in the fridge and what I need to buy. Just go buy it for me and just bring it in. Right? That is coming. It's around the corner. It'll be here sooner than we quit, sooner than we think. And the neat thing is we know all this. And so from a mortgage perspective, we can be in front of all this and start positioning ourselves through the things that he teaches us to where they start, it will be commonplace. I need a mortgage. Who do I go to? That's what it's going to be. It's going to be commonplace. You're going to show up if you start today, if we start working on it right now. Awesome, Chris. Thank you, man. Really appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. Thanks, y'all. Thanks for spending Friday morning with us.
All right.
Looking forward to seeing you on Monday.
Good stuff. All right, you guys, let's get at it. Have fun. Go to the class, loaiclass.com. Get there. Enjoy. What?
Pre-start your snowblower.
Warm up the generator. Right.
Make sure it's working.
Yeah. And then it's like Kristen Simpson said, make your run to the package store right now. Is that what they call it on the East Coast for alcohol, for booze? Package store? I don't know. Do your thing. Whatever you got to do. You guys have a great day. Adios. We'll see you Monday at the Loan Officer Breakfast Club. Thanks, Chris. See you guys.
Hi, everybody. Have a great weekend. Stay safe and warm.